All right. All right, perfect. So we are live. I just want to say good morning to everyone. Welcome to episode number 8 of the First of All We Read literary series. It's lit to receive. Okay. I am Henry Alston Jr. This series is brought to you by the Theta Iota Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, here located in Springfield, along with the Libby Rebel Scholarship and Mentoring Foundation. For those of you joining for the first time, we want to say thank you. For those who have been continuously supporting us week after week, we definitely appreciate your support, and we hope it also continues. Now, today's story is Worms Are a Yummy Snack. And this book is written by Dorsey Spencer Jr. Kind of as the title on the front here suggests, it is a story about patience, anger, as well as joy. And, to sum it up, this is an excellent read. And I look forward to reading this for you all. And I hope you guys have some little ones also tuned in to enjoy this here story. Before we read the story, we would like to thank our supporters again. You guys keep us going every other week. And also, we want to say thank you to our local artists, authors, educators, as well as our Divine Nine family. Shout out to the D9. And a little bit of background on this program. It is a part of our Go to High School, Go to College initiative of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. So we continue our support of Black and Brown students, really just supporting their academic journey and looking to get them through our mentoring programs as well as our scholarship opportunities that we provide annually, of course. And as we look to continue supporting these folks in our community, we do ask, for your continued support, whether it be financially, socially, all of that is greatly appreciated. If you would like to support this program, you do have the opportunity to donate on our website, which is springfieldalphas.com. And I believe there will also be a Cash App link located in the comments as well. So please keep an eye out for that. And we appreciate it. So thank you for listening to me go on. I'm going to slow it down a little bit as I read this book. I'm going to try to read it with as much enthusiasm as possible so you guys can really enjoy it and understand where this author is coming from. Shout out to Dorsey Spencer Jr. Again, this book is called Worms Are a Yummy Snack. All right, page 1, can everyone see? Today is a very special day. Do you know why? Okay, I'll tell you. Today I'm going on my first fishing trip with my dad. I have been waiting for this day for a long time. This summer, I started a lemonade stand and saved my money so I could buy my very own fishing pole and tackle box. Get a closer look. I'll do my best to show you guys the illustrations. My dad goes fishing all the time. He was 6 years old, just like me, when he learned how to fish with my papa, his dad. When my dad goes fishing, he brings home all kinds of fish. Silverfish, greenfish, flatfish, and even fish with whiskers called catfish. Catfish are my favorite. Now it's my turn to go and catch some fish. We wake up early in the morning. It still looks like nighttime. We put on our fishing clothes, pack the car, and drive to the ocean. It seems like it takes forever to get there. I keep asking my dad, "Are we there yet?" Each time he looks in the rearview mirror with a smile and says, "Be patient, Chase." Just as I'm about to ask for the billionth time, the car stops and Dad says, "We're here." "Yay," I yell, jumping out of my seat. We get out of the car and smell the cool ocean air. Then we unload our fishing poles and the supplies and begin walking over to the long pier. We walk all the way down to the end and find a nice spot to settle in, where the waves are lapping against the large wooden posts. My dad begins preparing our fishing poles. He opens the top of a small container that says live bait. I look inside, and to my surprise, there are worms crawling all around, lots of them. Dad, what are we going to do with those? I ask. Worms are a yummy snack for the fish, he says, smiling. This is how we catch them. Grab one and put it on your hook like this. Ooh, I shriek. I don't want to touch those slimy, grimy worms. Do you want to catch fish? Well, of course, I want to catch fish. What kind of question is that? I nod my head yes. Then you have to touch the worms and put them on your hook. Sometimes we have to do things we don't like to do in order to get to the things that we want to do, Dad tells me. Slowly, I reach down into the container and grab a worm. It is slippery and keeps wiggling back and forth. Great job, says Dad, as he helps me put the wormer on the hook. Now we are ready to go. We swing our poles back and then forward and then plop. Our hooks with the worms are in the water. Then we wait and wait and wait. The waiting seems as long as the ride to the ocean. How long does this take? I think we have the worms that don't look so yummy and the fish don't want them. Just relax and enjoy the moment, Dad says. I scrunch up my face just like I did when I saw the small container of worms for the first time. What does he mean, relax and enjoy the moment? I want to catch fish. Dad must see the look on my face because he quickly responds, use your 5 senses. So I try to do what he says. I look out and far away. I see the ocean meet the sky. I close my eyes and can feel the warm sun on my face. The seagulls squawking as they fly by fill my ears. I smell the salt in the ocean water and yank, yank. Dad, I shout. Something is tugging on my fishing pole. I remember my dad saying something about a fish and a big pole. The pulling becomes stronger and I get excited. I think it's a fish, I say. My dad holds my arms as I begin to reel in the fish. It becomes harder and harder, but I can feel the fish getting closer. I give a big yank to pull it out of the water and fall backwards on the pier. I bring my pole up. I look at the hook, but there's no fish. Looks like he got away, Dad says. How could this happen? The fish was right there on my hook. I felt it. I am so angry, I stand up and I kick the container of worms. Why did you do that? You could have hit someone or hurt yourself, Dad says loudly. I'm mad. My fish got away, I tell him. He looks at me, takes a deep breath. And he says, being mad is okay. Hitting things or people because you're mad is not okay. It could be dangerous. If you get mad, take a deep breath, think about why you're mad, and then think about how to fix it. In this case, fixing it is picking up the worms and starting to fish again. I think about what Dad says. I waited and waited for that fish. It isn't fair, but I know he's right, so I nod my head yes. But then I feel my eyes fill with tears. Dad says, why am I crying? I thought you were mad at me. Softly he says, you made a mistake. We all do. However, it is important to apologize and learn from mistakes so that you don't make the same ones again. I am not mad. I was disappointed, but I still love you very much, and I always will. I tell him I'm sorry. He wipes away my tears, smiles at me, and gives me a big hug. Let's take a moment. There we go. Now let's catch us some fish, Dad says with a sparkle in his eye. He shows me how to put the worm on the hook again, and we start over. After a short time, there's a slight tug on my fishing pole, then another and another. Then a big tug. A fish, I cry out. I turn the reel and tug away from the water with all of my might, over and over again. Finally, there is a splash. I lift the hook out of the water, and the fish is right there. I did it. I did it. I caught my first fish. I am so proud of you, Chase. You didn't give up, even though you were mad about the other fish getting away. You pulled yourself together and tried again. And look, you caught your first fish, the first of many. That was so exciting. I want to catch more. After the first one, fishing gets way easier. We both catch fish after fish. I think that's enough for today. Time to go home, Dad says. And I agree. I am so excited to show my mom and little sister all of the fish that we caught today. When we get home, I run into the house and shout, Mom, look! Look how many fish we caught. My mom and sister come over and look in the cooler. Mom says, wow, that's a lot. You two did well today. I say, yes, we did. And I caught the first one. Not bad for your first time fishing, Mom says, smiling. My dad and I put away our fishing poles, and then I hurry off to take a shower and change my clothes. I smell like fish, worms, in the ocean. When I come back downstairs, I see my dad cooking the fish we caught. It smells so good. A short while later, Dad yells, dinner is ready. We all go to the dining room for dinner. We have fish, vegetables, and rice. It is all delicious, and it is kind of cool helping with the food that we're eating today. I asked my dad if we can go fishing again tomorrow. He smiles and he says no. But how about next weekend? Yes, I can't wait. What brings you joy? That is the end of this lovely book by the author Dorsey Spencer Jr. This gentleman on the back here in this picture, that is the author, and this was awesomely illustrated by Anna Pamalova. And this is awesome. This was a great book. I enjoyed reading it for myself, and I hope you guys all enjoyed it as well.